Revenge films.
I'm in my 4th year working at the restaurant. When I was a student, I worked part-time at this place. And after graduation, thinking I wanted to work as a full-time employee, I applied for an interview.
You've been doing well since your part-time days, and we'd really like to have you.
I was told, and I was going to be hired as a full-time employee. I was a part-time employee until then. Since I'd been working part-time until then, I got along well with everyone at the shop, and work was fun every day. Then one day, due to shop circumstances, the manager changed. The manager who'd been bright and friendly until now was gone, and instead a new manager came to our location. Our shop doesn't have an assistant manager, so under the manager, I, as a full-time employee, was effectively second in command. But the manager, soon after arriving, arbitrarily changed all the methods we'd been effectively using after working here for a long time, and shop operations became very difficult. Not just me, but all the part-timers who'd worked here with pride seemed to think so too. So thinking this was really too much, I said to the manager, at our location we've been doing it this way until now. When I said that, while glaring at me with a face like he didn't like me.
What are you? Are you talking back to me, the manager, when you're just a regular employee? You're cheeky.
He said, and from that day I became targeted, and everything I did came to be completely denied. Furthermore, the manager pushed unreasonable demands on me.
Ah! You're still not done? You're really useless for an employee. Let me tell you, don't go home until this is done. Of course, it's unpaid overtime.
He said, and after working 8 hours, using not being finished as the reason, days began of being made to work 2 or 3 more hours. On another certain day, when I entered the kitchen making dishes.
What's this dish? Don't serve customers such crappy-looking food. Now remake it.
He said, throwing the perfectly finished dish into the trash. And by the time I remade it, some time had passed, and it was late providing it to the customers. Then the manager seized the opportunity.
We got a complaint from a customer saying it's slow because of you. It's really troublesome having incompetent humans at this shop. Full-time employee? Seriously hilarious.
He thoroughly bullied me. At first I endured because I loved this shop, but being told such things every day from morning till night, gradually my spirit became exhausted. The shop employees kindly cared for me. Miss Yuki, you've been working continuously for days. The manager's not here today, so rest in the back for a bit. Oh, your complexion is bad. I made this, so eat breakfast. It's my treat. They treated me very kindly. Even being harassed by the manager every single day, the reason I didn't want to quit this shop is because these people are here. Moreover, if I, the full-time employee, quit, thinking the target might turn to the part-time people, I absolutely hated it. That said, since the other party was the manager, his position was higher than mine, and there were many things I couldn't oppose. So I couldn't change the current situation. Then one day, when I was working as usual, the manager called me, and when I was wondering what it was, he said words I couldn't believe.
Actually, the shop's money doesn't add up, but the only ones who can manage money are you, the full-time employee, or me, the manager, right? Naturally, I didn't lose any money, so the remainder is only you, which means the culprit is you. Of course it's troublesome having someone who steals shop money stay at this shop, so sorry, but you're fired as of today.
Wait, I didn't steal money.
Huh? Then are you saying I stole it? No, right? Which means the culprit is you. So hurry up and pack your things and get out of this shop. Anyway, I didn't even want you from the beginning.
I absolutely didn't steal any money, so why am I being made the culprit? I couldn't understand and my head went into panic mode. But the manager told me I was fired and to pack my things and leave. Even saying it's not true, he wouldn't listen, and I stood there in a daze. Then the part-timers and part-time workers who'd heard the commotion came and desperately defended me, but the manager, who didn't like that, said,
"You're covering for this criminal? Then you're all accomplices too! If you want, I can fire all of you together!"
He said, so I hurriedly said, Please stop. I'm fine with being fired. These people have nothing to do with it. And quickly packed my things. The part-time people watched that scene as if they couldn't believe it, and some were crying. But the manager only watched it while laughing and yelled at the part-time people to hurry back to work. Not wanting to trouble other people any further, I told everyone to go back to work and left the shop. Even though I came to the shop working hard, wanting to protect everyone, staying at the shop any longer would involve everyone. Such complicated feelings welled up, and I cried while walking down the street. After that, I suddenly lost my job and wondered what to do, holing up at home for several days. I couldn't look for another workplace, but I really loved that restaurant and was worrying about what to do from now on when my phone rang. It was contact from a shop part-timer, and when I answered, they said, "Anyway, come to the shop right away," and hung up before I could hear the circumstances. So thinking maybe something happened, maybe the manager was bullying the part-time people, I immediately headed to the shop. Then there were many regular customers gathered, pressing the manager about where I was. Wondering what on earth was happening and entering the restaurant, all the regular customers gathered around me. "Is it true you quit? We came to this restaurant to see your face, you know. Don't quit."
Anyway, this manager's attitude is too bad. Everyone's working hard, but just seeing the manager's face makes the meal taste bad. Do something about it,
they said to me. Apparently, from hearing the part-timer's story, the manager was unpopular with both employees and customers, and I was popular, and he often heard my name. So not finding it interesting, he apparently drove me out of the shop. However, having shown my face at the workplace every day except days off, I suddenly stopped coming, and hearing from part-timers with sad faces that I quit. "Why did you make such a good person as her quit?" They were pressing the manager. The manager was pressed by regular customers. Apparently, he said that I stole the shop's money, so he fired me. And the shop's regular customers who heard that all said in unison, "That girl would never do such a thing. You're the one who made her quit." While that was happening, someone from shop headquarters came, and seeing this commotion asked what on earth this was about. We were also wondering why headquarters people suddenly came, but apparently after I was gone, the manager's attitude was too bad, and various people called headquarters with complaints. And when everyone told the headquarters person in unison that I was falsely accused of taking money, but I'm not that kind of person, they said, "In the first place, when money doesn't add up, we're supposed to receive a report, but we haven't received such a report." And the manager's lie was exposed. This became the trigger, and the manager was fired on the spot. And while hearing complaints about the manager from headquarters people, they heard voices from everyone wanting me back at work, so they understood well how I was beloved by everyone. When I was told, "Please return to work," everyone cried with joy. Incidentally, as for the manager after that, it was discovered he'd caused problem behavior at each location until now. And furthermore, when investigated, it was discovered he'd also been stealing restaurant products and supplies, becoming a damages compensation issue. And he apparently ended up bearing massive debt, so I'm really glad divine punishment struck. There was apparently talk of getting a new manager at the shop, but they decided it would be good to have someone so beloved by everyone be manager, and I was actually promoted to manager. Everyone was very happy too, and I intend to continue making a restaurant beloved by many people.
How was today's video? If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Stay tuned for more.